and welcome to our 2020-2021 Beverly Hills High School ASB Candidates Forum, hosted by KBEV Channel 6. I'm Eva Danesh. We are now joined by Kayla Namadi, the unopposed candidate for Senior Class Vice President, and Michael Newman, the unopposed candidate for Senior Class President. Although these candidates are unopposed, they are here to share their platform with our students. So thank you guys both so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So I'd like to start with giving you guys a moment to share your platform and to share the goals that you have for our school. So Kayla, let's start with you.
So this is our junior year, and I know that senior year is something that everyone looks forward to, starting from when we first walk into Beverly. And I know that these are unprecedented times, and I just wanted to make up for the time lost especially, as well as make the senior year that we've always wanted as realistic as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. And now Michael?
I'm really excited to be running for senior class president because I've just had a lot of experience in ASB these last 3 years, and I've been in it since I joined high school from day one. And I know that I can make our senior year the best it can be because I know I, as well as everyone else in our grade, wants to make sure that we have a senior year that we can look back on in the future and see as a memorable time and a memorable year. So I know that with my experience and with my dedication to the program, I can make sure that that gets done.
Thank you. So Michael, this first question will go to you. What are the strengths that you see in our student body, and how do you see us using those strengths to move forward into your senior year?
Although a lot of people think that we might be a little divided or not have as much school spirit, I actually think that sometimes we are unified, and we've seen that before when we hold, for example, we did events for our block schedule days last year, and we saw that a lot of students were actually interested in participating, and we saw like the patio, everyone was there. And so like we see evidence here and there of the student body being unified. So sorry, what was the second part of your question?
How do we use those strengths to move forward and use them to make our year that much better?
Okay, so I know that now, since like the world and, you know, especially our school, we're all fighting one cause, which is like the pandemic. So when we come back from school, I know for a fact that people are going to have much more school spirit, and we're going to feel much more unified. So we can use that to our benefit for when we're planning events, because people are going to, like, I already know that people are going to be much more interested in coming, because who would have thought that like everyone wants to go back to school, even though like we love going to school and stuff. Now that we're not going to school for like the past 2.5 months, a lot of people are like dying to go back to school, and we've never like really thought that would be a thing. So we can use that to our benefit in the future, to when we're planning events, to expect a lot more people to come, obviously with publicity, but it's a big benefit for us.
Thank you so much, Michael. So Kayla, for you, what strengths do you notice in your class and in our school that we can use to move forward?
I'm going to piggyback on Michael and say that I do agree that we're very unified, and I feel like whenever there's an issue that arises in our student body, everyone kind of works together to work towards fixing it. So I feel like that could really help us when we go back to school and everything is like a little different than it used to be. I feel like our student body will work hard to make it back to normal as quickly as possible. And yeah, I think we all have the common goal of making the year the best it could be. And I think that together we could work hard to make that happen.
And this question, we're going to start with you, Kayla. How do you see yourself working with other members of the senior class ASB and with the head row members to make sure that the senior events like grad night and prom and formal are all being paid for and are at the least cost to the students as possible?
As far as cost, I think that we can work hard to make as many fundraisers as possible without putting too much financial burden on our own students. Maybe we can do things that deal with outreach so that we could get as much support as possible financially from people who aren't going to be attending the events themselves. I also feel like we could all work together by making those events, by hearing what the students have to say and what they want to do, what types of events interest them, so that we get the most engagement from everybody who's going to be attending.
Thank you so much, Kayla. So now to you, Michael. How do you see yourself working alongside other members in ASB to make sure that the seniors have the best year they can have?
I think it's very important that I need to work side by side with our vice president, but not only the VP, but also the rest of the class. And I know that would be possible because just with my 3 years in ASB, that's all I've been doing. I know that I have the capability of planning events that are going to make our senior year the best it could be, because I've planned events like the talent show and all the events that led up to Wish Week, like the pep rally and introducing the Wish Kid. So, and also all the fundraisers I planned in my past 3 years. So I just know that that's just evidence in itself that I'm, more than capable of planning events that can make our year next year the best it could be.
So thank you both so much for joining us here today and for sharing with our school what you're excited about for our seniors and for everybody involved. And thank you so much for watching. Although these candidates are unopposed, you can still vote for them and cast your vote for other candidates from May 18th to May 20th, 2020 over Google Classroom. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, for KBEV-6, I'm Eva Danesh.